Welcome to the RECON Trader. In today's video, I thought I would share with you a secret weapon that I have developed using Claude AI, and I'm using it to get an edge when trading over on Hyperliquid exchange. Now, I want to make it crystal clear, this video is not intended as investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor. These videos are for educational purposes, and at the end of the day, you need to do your own recon. So, with that all out of the way, let's get right into the weeds. And we can start over here in the web app that was created using vibe coding in Claude AI. And vibe coding basically means there's actually no coding. I just simply, in plain English, type out what I want and Claude creates it. Now, I basically created a Hyperliquid wallet watcher, and if you're not familiar with what that is all about, Hyperliquid, the exchange, actually is completely transparent, and all the transactions from all the wallets are available on the blockchain for anybody to see. And so I'm basically taking advantage of that intel and loading it into this web app. And for instance, you can see the activity feed over here. These are the current transactions that are happening for the wallets that I have added to this app. And with that being said, the first wallet over here is my wallet. I don't currently have any open positions, but the other three wallets were wallets I found on the Hyperliquid leaderboard. And you can see over here under Trader, it gives you the wallet addresses and the ROI. And in this case, I'm sorting the ROI on the 7-day basis. Now I could drop down and sort by 24 hours. And I would perhaps have some different results. I can have more than just the top 10. I could have, say, the top 50 wallets. And now I have 50 wallet addresses I can look at and try to get an edge with. And for instance, even this wallet that says Bobby Big Size, there is still a wallet address behind that. So if I click on that, you can see I now have the actual wallet address for this trader. And they are a fairly active trader. In fact, you can see they just placed an order, and I can click on that order and it's short hype. And so with that in mind, I might jump over to the hype chart and see why this individual is trying to short hype. They basically have a limit price around just over $29. So if we go back to the actual wallet, I can copy this wallet address and then paste it over here in my app. And now you can see his orders to open shorts are appearing over here in the activity feed. And if I scroll down, you can see this is the actual wallet. There are 18 more positions besides the top 5 positions. So if I click on 18 plus positions, I can see all of his different positions and the direction that he's trading along with the leverage he's using. And so for this case, it looks like they were shorting hype with 5x leverage. We'll give that a click. And now I can see a little more information. And currently, it looks like they already hold a position. So I'm guessing they were looking to add to this position because their current average entry price is $33, and so it looks like they're just adding to this short position. And so I've been using this intel to kind of get an edge when trading any of these cryptocurrencies over on Hyperliquid. So if you're not familiar with Hyperliquid, we can jump over here to CoinGecko and come over here to the exchange tab, scroll down to perp dexes, and at the top of the exchanges is Hyperliquid. It is number one when it comes to these perpetual dexes. Right behind it is Astra Futures. I did a video on that last week about their grid bot. And so this week I thought I would check out Hyperliquid, given the fact that I could get an extra edge using my web app. Now, as far as Hyperliquid goes, it's purely futures contracts that they're trading, and the real volume lies behind Bitcoin, ETH, their own token, the Hype token, and Sol. But as you can see, they also trade gold and silver. They do some TradeFi like Tesla and Nvidia. So there are some other possibilities for you to trade over on Hyperliquid futures. Now, if we scroll all the way down here, you can see it's a fairly new exchange. It was established in 2023, so it's only a couple years old, but most of these DEXs are. And then if we take a look at the fees, they have a taker fee, which means you're doing a market order. You're taking from the liquidity. And they have it over here at 0.025. I think it's actually 0.04 something. However, over here on the maker side of the fees, meaning you're the maker or you're creating some liquidity over in the market, and that is at 0.002. I believe that's actually now 0.001 something. We'll look at it when we get to the actual exchange. So let's jump over to Hyperliquid, and the first thing I would need to do to get started over here is actually connect my wallet. And so if I click on connect, I have a choice of a few different wallets I can connect, or I could just log in with my email address. However, I am going to be using my MetaMask account. So I click on MetaMask. I will need to log into MetaMask here in a moment. Alright, now we're logging into MetaMask. Alright, so now we are logged into my MetaMask account. We're going to connect to Hyperliquid, and so I can just click on connect. As you can see, the fees are actually quite a bit higher over here. I will tell you, however, I joined via CoinGecko, I believe, and there was a much bigger discount using CoinGecko. You'll want to go out there and find the biggest discount before you actually connect your wallet so that you get the discounted fees. Now that I have my wallet connected, I would normally need to make a deposit, so you would just click on deposit. And so you need to establish a connection. Basically, you're signing a verification between MetaMask and the exchange, and I actually want to stay connected, so I'm going to check that and establish connection. Now I just need to confirm the connection between Hyperliquid and my MetaMask wallet, so I just signed the confirmation by clicking confirm. And then now I would be able to actually make a deposit, and you'll want to deposit USDC. You'll be trading USDC perpetual futures contracts, so BTC, USDC. And then as far as the deposit chain, unfortunately they just have ARB. They don't have Solana or BNB or any of the other chains, so you're going to have to select ARB, and then the amount you want to deposit. Now, I have just started trading over on this exchange, and I am just essentially test firing with live ammo, but I'm using a very small amount just to ensure this is a safe place to trade, and so far it has been, but I'm trading with a very small account. And so with that being said, my initial deposit was like $249. I'm up to around $282 with a few trades. And so with that in mind, we'll just add another 11 USDT. And so now I can click deposit. I will have to sign and approve this transaction over here in MetaMask in a moment. And I just need to confirm I'm depositing 11 USDC over here on the ARB network. And so I'll be sending $11. So I click confirm. And now under my unified account summary, we can see that my portfolio value has increased to $293.49. Like I said, I think I had $282. And so now that 11 USDC is in my account balance and available for me to trade. And so that's all there really is to setting up an account over here on Hyperliquid. There's no KYC or anything like that, but you might need to use a VPN for security purposes. Obviously, I always use a VPN. Now, let's take a look at the trade history. This will show some of the trades I've actually executed. Again, very small trades, very small profit, but I'm just testing this out to make sure this is an exchange that is safe for me to trade on. And again, so far, everything's been working flawlessly. And if I click on a few of these trades, you can see my most recent trade over here on Aster was a short. This is actually intel. You can actually see someone shorting Aster right now. But with that intel, I then would jump over here to Hyperliquid and search for Aster USDC, give that a click. And so you can see I've been trading this a little bit, and I can see why someone just shorted it. It has once again kind of hit the top level. I think actually 71 is kind of the top, so this would be a good short. However, the trade I took this morning was back here, I believe. I shorted it and got out somewhere down on this wick, and I was able to capture 9% profit. Now, another trade that I picked up off of the Wallet Watcher was Zero, or ZRO. And I have no idea what ZRO is. I think it's zero, but you can see I made a quick trade and captured almost 11% on that trade. Now, let me be clear. I'm still using my technical analysis. I'm looking at structure. Back here where I put in this trade, you could see this was topping out. You had a big wick towards the top, that sell pressure. I felt confident that these other wicks were probably the top, so I got in somewhere around here, added to my position here, and then went and closed my position when it actually sold off. And so again, I'm still using technical analysis. If we take another look at this trade here, we can see 22% on Zcash. And again, basically saw someone over here shorting Zcash. Took the trade here. As you saw, it had basically started to break down prior support, and I got out back here. And so again, using a little bit of technical analysis, this is clearly a downtrend. As long as this stayed in this downtrend, there was a probability of it being a profitable trade, and as you saw, it worked out to be a 22% profit maker. Now, another trade I took was on Sol, and you can see that was a bigger profit maker. That one was 45.5%. And if we take a look back over here at the Wallet Watcher, you can see a couple of the wallets are now long Solana, but yesterday they were short Solana. And if we take a look at the chart, over here on the chart, you can see where I got my entries, and then I exited after this big dump on this candle here. I went ahead and captured that profit. And I have to be honest, I'm still kind of day trading using this strategy, and I think most people that I'm watching their wallets, I think most of these people are swing trading. And so that's going to be a bit of an adjustment for me. Actually, it's not going to be a bit of an adjustment. It's going to be a huge adjustment. I'm a day trader, and so that's going to be a huge adjustment for me. But I can kind of see why everyone's getting long now on Solana. It looks like if we look back here and check our 6, this was a level of support way back here. Worst case, they might have their stop losses set down here at the bottom of these candles. So might be a safe play to go ahead and get long. I could see this being profitable for a swing trader, even a day trader. If this candle closes positive, we've got a nice wick at the bottom, meaning people are buying. There's some buy pressure down here at the bottom of here. And so you might go long as a day trader and get out back where we see resistance up here. And that could lead to a probably nice little bit of profit. With 10x leverage, you'd be looking at somewhere around 20% to say 26% profit. And that for me as a day trader would be good, but I think I need to learn to swing trade if I'm going to be using the strategy of looking at these wallets and their transactions. Again, most of them appear to be swing traders. So if we jump back over here, we can scroll down, look through more transactions. Here is a loser over on Aster. I lost 13%. I was really just starting to get my legs under me. Here is another trade on, looks like Hype. I shorted Hype, made 14%. And so I've only had, I think that one loser was on Aster, and other than that, everything else has been winners. So I'll take that win rate all day long, even though very, very, very small transactions. But my objective was to test out this strategy with live fire. And so far, it's paying off, and I'll probably be adding more funds to the account. What I'd really like to do is have like multiple positions open and try to swing trade. So, if you're wondering how I actually built this out, I did it with Vibe Code. And so I basically just told Vibe Code to create a standalone Hyperliquid leaderboard wallet watcher with a live dashboard, no private keys needed. And so it built it out, and yes, I made some tweaks here and there, like being able to click on the more positions, being able to click on a position and actually see that when it was opened and that type of stuff. I also added the activity feed so that I could see what was actually going on with these wallets, what moves they were making. But I did that all by simply just adding comments once it was finished. For instance, I said now I need to check the trade history data to understand position changes. And so that's where this activity feed came in, and it started to tell me whether people were opening or closing, longs or shorts. And I'm sure I'll tweak it some more, so you might want to shoot that subscribe button. There's probably going to be an update video in the future, so you won't want to miss out on that. And with that all being said, actually, I think that's enough jaw-jacking for this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below. If you found this information useful, do me a favor, spike a like, shoot the subscribe, and until next time, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See ya.